some of you, having looked at the prior 3 layers in this one, probably can figure out how to do this. I mean, it's sitting right in front of you. But I'll just show you really quickly. It starts with rotating the canvas. Image rotation, and I turned it clockwise because I wanted, Command 0, I wanted that the receding elements to come up to the upper right-hand corner. It's just my preference. It's not the right answer. It's not, it's not the only way you could handle this. But from that point, Command J, jump this to a new layer. Okay, like I've told you, these shortcuts will help you work more quickly. Think of J as jump, and you're jumping either the entire layer or whatever you've selected to a new layer. And then right-click and convert this to a smart object. And if you're not seeing this, it means you're right-clicking on the thumbnail. Don't click on the thumbnail. Right-click on the layer. Convert it to a smart object. Then I went to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And this is the setting that I used. Wherever you want. I wanted these seats to not be distinguishable, but I didn't want them to be completely washed out like this. So I took it somewhere around 108 or so and said OK. Now this seems washed out, and there's lots of ways that we can handle this, but I just went ahead and jumped this to a new layer, Command J, which duplicates that and applies that filter one more time. But it really doesn't change anything. So I changed the blending mode to multiply and got something a little too orange. I'd like to pump up that, maybe add some levels or curves to it, maybe take it through Camera Raw. There's all kinds of ways that we can handle this. But the point is, this was a very quick experiment that allowed me to see if my idea had any value whatsoever, and then jumped off into this tutorial to try to provoke similar thoughts in your mind. I want you guys to start exploring possibilities. Thinking long term, because in the spring, if you work hard in the spring, you're going to be thinking in Photoshop and Illustrator. You're going to be able to picture these things, and you're going to be able to execute your ideas so long as you continue to pick up all the fundamental skills. And I can't stress enough how important it is. If you really don't understand, you followed the tutorials and replicated things, but you really don't get it, repetition. Go back, repeat tutorials, try your own ideas. This class should be about experimentation as well as technical proficiency. I don't want you to become automatons just doing everything I say. I want you to start thinking of your own possibilities. What crazy ideas can you have? This is a work in progress. This is not a finished product. And I haven't talked about, image size and resolution, where we sit. This came out of the camera, this size. This is how the photographer supplied it. And I don't know if you're looking at inches or pixels, but there we are. And this is a real easy image to scale because it's so soft. We're not going to really add a lot of distortion to it. So there you go. And whether you're working in code or video or animation or illustration or whatever, all of this, what I just talked about, is applicable if you twist the words to fit your vision of what you're trying to do. The idea that you experiment and look for inspiration, sign up for resources, work smart, and work long term. All right, thank you all for participating in this because I wanted to plant this seed. And let's see what happens.